age 65. So, all right. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Greg. You're not going to interrupt?
No, I would never interrupt on a special day like today.
Right. Oh, you're going to be cooperative today. So, yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Beer Analysis 101 with our host, Leah Hardy, Lady Lee. It's her day, so we're drinking.
It's a Leah Hardy party.
Beers for her. Well, we'll talk. We'll talk more about Lady Lee in a second. It can't always be all about you. But I should ask while you're here anyway. Like, first of all, happy birthday. And
Thank you.
Sorry about Sasha too. So I know we'll get into that later. So other than that, how you doing today? Well, that's a loaded question too.
She's feeling great, Nick. It's wonderful.
All right. Let's circle back around and go to the rest of the slubs.
Face with lots of food today. Quite happy.
There you go. All righty, let's go over to everybody's. Who's here first? I think Lee.
Not Greg.
Lee, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How you doing, Nick?
Not too bad. So, what did you bring for a beer for the Lady of the Lee?
So I could have gone with something that was like really just on the nose and typical, and it's like, oh, let's just get a queer themed beer, or let's, so let's get a beer with a doggy on a can or something like that. No, I didn't do any of that bullshit. I got a Stone Classic, one of my favorite beers, Propeller Extra Special Bitter, and I'll explain why as we get into it. Of course, why it reminds me of Lady Lee, so we'll get to that. Yeah.
All right, then. I was just like, beers that remind you of Lee. I didn't mean yourself.
We're one and the same.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lee. And let's go right back over to Lily. She was here, I believe, second. And
I was here first. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. You want me to put you first? Okay.
Nick, you gotta let the lady come first.
Well, yeah, but. Right.
Lee was ready to go before I was, because I jumped on and I wasn't on.
Yeah,
she was
kind of absent.
Lee was ready to go, so I'm okay with Lee going first. Anyways, hello. Beer. I'm probably I'm having a hard time choosing one.
Well,
because I found 3 that I think suit me. Okay. I found a Mango Tango IPA, which I love mangoes, so that is very much down my
Rose from Brock Street.
Wow, alley. And then I found this one I love. It's Streets of Toronto Raccoon Lager.
Oh yeah.
I got the one with headphones, and it looks like a sweatshirt because it looks like a little runner.
Typically how are raccoons dressed.
I too chase after garbage.
What does that mean? Hold on a second.
Raccoon lager.
I mean, she did come to visit me in the pool, so.
She's a bit of a tiny.
It's really cute. So it's honestly really cute because they have the raccoon, and there's like different characters for the raccoons on the side of the can, and the one I picked is Danielle Forth. She's the person trainer. The other one I was looking at was Leslie Vile. She was a little bicycle one, and she was human resources. So yeah. And then the last one I got, I might go with this one. It's a pumpkin beer because I love Halloween, and that literally describes me.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. What brewery is that?
This one is, oh my god, what is it? High Park Brewery.
Pumpkin
spice.
Hyde Park?
High Park.
Hi.
H-I-G-H.
Oh.
As in what Carrie is going to get tonight.
Pumpkin spice.
Not wrong.
Latte.
Pumpkin spice latte ale. Latte
ale.
Latte ale.
I knew that guy was familiar. I had that last year.
Whoever thought that name up should just be fired.
I feel like they just honestly forgot to put a space in there, and whoever let that go through should be fucking fired. Like latte ale makes sense, but to put that you can't even say that latte ale. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
that's because they want to confuse hipsters like us.
That's pretty funny.
All right. Well, Thank you, Lady Lee. Let's keep on moving
Well,
along.
she didn't pick one. She just chose she had 3. Which one
What
is
are
she
you gonna
choosing?
do? Okay, well, what do you think? Are you gonna do all 3? Or are you gonna do one? This is your night, so you're left.
Cuvée.
Yeah,
I'm not
Pour
gonna
them,
say.
pour them all into a
no
pitcher.
chalet sauce.
I think what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna do this one
Okay.
because pumpkins suit me.
It's also officially pumpkin season, so you can drink them without getting arrested.
It's funny because like I'm not a huge pumpkin spice. Like I really could care less. It's just because has pumpkin on it. And I love Halloween, so it reminds me of Halloween's coming around the corner. So yeah.
If you're saying it's
Excited.
latte ale, it's probably got lactose in it too.
Probably.
Oh God, Dan, put your camera up, buddy. Your boner's gonna show.
He's like, nope. You're just gonna have to look at it.
But there's lactose. There's lactose. It cancels out the pumpkin.
All right, let's go over to the
bullshit.
fuzz. Hey, Scott. How you
Yo.
doing tonight?
Doing okay.
Right on.
Doing okay. Yeah. Tonight, I thought about doing a fetch lime, but I drank that,
Oh,
and it has a dog on it, just
dog
for
on it.
Leah. But I'm not going to do a fetch lime. I'm going to do Enigma from Trailway. Thalarized Pale Ale?
Thiolized.
Thiolized Pale Ale. I've never had a thiolized Pale Ale.
Did Mike Tyson fucking brew that beer?
That's right.
It's like something to do with how they optimize the yeast or something. And I looked it up once. It sounded kind of neat.
As long as it's not phalamide or whatever, that stuff that disfigured a bunch of kids.
That's okay if you're not pregnant.
Yeah.
All
Thank God nobody here's pregnant.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Alrighty. So let's thank you, Scott. Let's move over to Carrie. Turtle power. Which one's the red turtle? Raphael?
Yeah.
You might be.
Yes.
Okay, Raphael.
They're all green. They just have
They're all
different
green.
colors of.
Even I know that,
That's
you
how you
fake
tell them
nerd.
apart. Yeah, Splinter put them on their faces at birth or something, so you can tell them all apart.
This is you're watching the wrong Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, I think.
You're watching the one off Pornhub or something.
Yeah, you're watching the one with the porn star April O'Neil.
Both of them April had big tits, didn't she?
Porn star
Gary,
April
what about your
O'Neil
beer?
does have
Gary,
big
what
tits.
do you got for?
Yeah, this is good times. This would be better with its old label, but I don't know, just kind of seemed appropriate.
Naughty neighbor.
Mm?
That's pretty fitting. Yep.
It's a pale ale by Nickelbrook. It's 4.9%. Haven't had it in a little while, so I'm actually honestly interested to see how I'm gonna like. There's no date in the goddamn can. Fucking bullshit. Yeah.
Gotta put a bottling date, guys.
Happy birthday to the Lady Lee. Well, belated at this point, but still.
All right, and let's go over to Dan. And Dan, you're back from Canmore that quick. I suppose it's only like a 2-hour drive, isn't it?
Greg's sitting here going, "What about me? What about me?"
Hi, Greg.
Because I'm
Just
last.
skip right over me.
Okay, all right. That's right. I totally did forget about Greg.
We all do that once in a while.
He's pretty forgettable.
Wow.
Okay, Greg, your
ADHD,
turn.
right?
Well, I mean, I guess that's good in a witness lineup then, but... All right, oh, that's so weird. It doesn't show me now, so it's like I don't even know who's up, but... So,
Everybody's up for you, Greg.
well, I appreciate that, because, yeah. I'm doing fine, by the way, Nick. Thank you for asking. So I bought 4 beers that were all potentials. Now, because Madame Lee only made it known relatively recently in the last few hours that she was going to be on the show, I actually had her pick ahead of time which one she wanted me to do. So let's have a look at the losers she didn't pick. So we're going to start. I have there's no bone shaker. That's too low hanging fruit. Oh, pardon me. This burrito's coming up on me. Anyways, first 2 are from North Bay because, hey, Lady Lee is a North Bay native and never wants to leave North Bay because it's such an amazing city. So, first one, Gateway City Rye Pale Ale. Is that even the no? It's 137 rye pale ale. Sorry, and remind me of Lady Lee because number 1 is from North Bay. Number 2, it's got a bearded beaver on it. So I mean that's just euphemism after euphemism right there.
And we sell Settler dogs.
Well, there you go. I didn't even know that. So, but again, loser. She did not pick it. This one I'm actually drinking while I'm pre-gaming before I actually get to my beer because these shows a lot of people take a while, so you need more than one beer. This one's also from North Bay, and this is a Treetopper Red Ale. And to be honest, I kind of thought, it's from New Ontario Brewing, and I think this is the reason why it didn't get picked, because quite frankly, I thought this one had the advantage of having, sorry, Nick, your channel's getting taken down, an almost naked bear on it. And I'm like, there is no way Lady Lee will not pick this one. And it's another bear is sculpting the almost naked bear. And yet, I think because it's New Ontario, Lady Lee was like, nah, bro. Not going to happen. Sculpting
it's
the almost...
One, because I've already had it. And two,
it's also not very good.
It's 2 because it's New Ontario. Like, I've had it.
Yeah, it's not very good. But anyways, third one is from Nickelbrook. It's Party Dad Crushin' IPA. Now, for anyone that has heard stories of Lady Lee's dad, which I will not repeat here because the statute of limitations may not be up on some of his adventures, but they know that back in the day he was a party dad. And also now he probably has New Balances or shoes that look like New Balances. So, yeah, this is perfect beer. It's actually a Bob Hardy beer more than a Lee Hardy beer, but still.
Well, I think
my dad's birthday is tomorrow.
Sorry?
Nice.
My dad's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Then all of these are going to be drank, let's be honest.
I was going to say, like, maybe it's because he's Hardy Dad, and literally, and he's still crushing it.
Yeah.
See, we keep Nick around for a reason.
Exactly.
So, and then you guys are like, oh my god, what could possibly have won? And to be honest, I actually didn't think this one would win, but Lady Lee chose it as the winner because Lady Lee, according to her Facebook profile, is awesome. And this beer is wicked awesome IPA and it has a cat on it. So take that for what you will. 6.5% New England style IPA from Nickelbrook. And I can't remember if we angled this one or not, but anyway.
So that's the one that won their first fucking contest pack thing that they put out.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's been one of their core ones for a while, but so there we go. Wicked awesome IPA from Nickelbrook.
All right.
It's funny how Nickelbrook seems to have quite a few beers that seem to represent Lady Lee.
Like maybe I should just drink Nickelbrook.
Maybe she's I don't even remember. What are the other bastards?
She's
a Bolshevik bastard.
Wonky bastard.
Bolshevik bastard.
Tiki bastard, I think, wasn't that one?
Kentucky, yeah. That's that.
Kentucky, whatever.
Coconut one, yeah, we had.
That one was fucking fantastic.
Cafe do Bastardo.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Lady Lee loves coffee, yep. So that would be a coffee. That would be perfect.
Yes, you know how much Lady Lee loves stouts. Speaking of stouts, let's go over to Dan.
Hi again.
Hey, hi again, Dan.
Now it's legal.
Now it's legal. We don't have Greg waving, going, "Hey, motherfuckers, me."
He's giving me the fingers off the side of the camera.
Yeah.
Nothing personal.
So
I forgot Greg. I don't know how that happened.
That's because Greg didn't interrupt you in the beginning, so he forgot he was even here.
That's it.
I threw off his entire rhythm.
Yeah, probably did.
Thank you, Nick.
As you heard, I was out in Canmore. Coming back, it was one of those adventures. And I'm sure you guys have heard enough about Canmore, but I'm not done yet. Sorry.
I haven't heard that much, to be honest. I want to know more about it.
Did you meet Mike from Canmore?
No, possibly. It depends. Did he have an Australian accent? Because if so, then there was a few of them there.
Oh, really?
But I thought I'd pull out my Lady Lee's favorite glass that she enjoys whenever I do it.
Brownie points. I like that.
I got thinking, and I was like, I'm out in Canmore. What can I get from out there? I saw this. I thought this is perfect. It's a perfect beer for her. It is the Beavertail Raspberry Ale
Grizzly Paw.
from Grizzly Paw. So it's a beer brewed with raspberries and raspberry flavoring, coming at 5% alcohol by volume. So I figured, you know what? Beavertail, beaver, raspberries, fruity. I got nothing else.
Do beavers eat raspberries?
I'm sure they eat a lot of different things. So we'll go with yes.
They can do a short raspberry. It's known as a queef.
There we go.
So you
This
guys
was getting
got
classy
beer.
tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So what was
So
that?
that's
Yeah, Beavertail Raspberry Ale. It's nothing.
yeah.
Okay.
Nothing spectacular. It's Beavertail Raspberry Ale from Grizzly Paw coming in at 5%. So didn't get anything big, I figured this would be a good thing, so that's what I brought tonight.
All right, and finally, get the pour out of focus though.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna push that button to focus. So you get me as a focus. There.
Yeah, we're just focused on the back wall.
Crap. Fine. Whatever. There you go.
Well, Dan. All right, so mine's out of focus too. Don't worry about it. Like this camera's just having trouble. Keeping up. Well, there we go. All right, so what beer did I buy that reminds me of Lady Lee? Well, admittedly, there's a lot of choices. I decided not to go just plainly for the usual shtick of fruity beers, because that would be too easy. Although the beer I did get is a fruit beer. I actually picked out 2 fruit beers here. I'll probably drink one, and then then the other one is the one for Lady Lee. So, I've technically had this before, I think, on one of these BYOB things, but there's just no better name for a Lady Lee beer than Millions of Peaches for me. Fuzzy Peach Sour IPA.
Damn it! I feel like you brought that one other time too.
Tied boar. Nice.
And of course, in honor, I'm just gonna drink this one in honor of Sasha. It's Picaroon's Melon Head with a puppy on the front of it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, tug at the heartstrings.
Sure.
Alrighty, so let's actually skip over to the comments, because we have comments here. That's sensational, says so very deep. He also says, a friend told me about it. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not sure what he was talking about.
The porn star April O'Neil did a parody where she banged the Ninja Turtles.
Okay. That makes sense.
That was her first comment.
That bear is buff.
The bear on the Ontario can.
Okay.
On Greg's can.
Greg's says... Can? Greg's can? What was on Greg's can?
Yeah.
The new Ontario can.
The naked Ben. The naked bear.
Yeah, he's kind of ripped. All right.
The bear's on the carnivore diet.
And yes, this is a Lee-themed episode. Yay!
All right. So Justin Tinker says +1 for Air Farce reference. And yes, sensational. This is a Lee-themed episode. Bear on the can. Yeah, he says Lee.
Lee! Adrian!
God.
Wrong movie.
Do we know who that sensational is?
Yeah, it's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. Unknown quantity.
North Bay friend, right?
Well, he was a gaming buddy. We used to play Minecraft all the time, and then I just got busy.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a cat's ass.
The joys of school.
Then you just replaced him with the other Lee.
Uh,
Because now you're
Alrighty.
zombie game buddy.
Okay, so let's keep this thing rolling. Let's go back over to Lee, and Lee, you can talk about your history of this beer. Why does it remind you of Lee?
All right, so Propeller ESB, one of the initial first beers that Propeller started brewing the very late 90s. Used to buy it all the time when I was first just starting in craft beers. So, when it says extra special bitter, the joke always is, oh, well, then if it's extra special bitter, it must be exceptionally bitter, right? It just must be so much more bitter than a standard English bitter. Actually, no, the bitterness is pretty much the same as any standard English bitter. It's usually just the alcohol is a little higher, but the flavor profile is usually a lot deeper and a little bit more pronounced. So when I was thinking about this, I was just looking at the can. I was looking at how sleek and sort of stylish it looks, but simple yet very neat, which I find Miss Hardy to be much so. And also,
I am neat.
I have seen her in various combinations of red and black outfits, and all were very appealing, which also reminds me of this can. So
I thought it was the better part.
Here's the thing. There's still a bit of bitterness to this beer. So I do find, there are things you're definitely bitter about, usually righteously so. And so, yeah, I think it fits this beer quite well, honestly.
It's a compliment coming from honestly. That's a compliment coming from a bitter fucking Maritimer.
Yeah. He's really extra special bitter.
There you go.
Oh, we got butt crack.
That is the catastrophe.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of cat ass tonight.
Yep.
All right.
I have one pet left, thankfully.
All right, Lee. Might as well look at the cat's ass.
I got her. Okay. Beer, me, yes. I kind of explained it. I fucking love Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday.
It's every sane person's best holiday.
It's literally like my personality. I fucking love Halloween so much. Like my decorations that I have, I always get from the Halloween store. So every time I see those memes where it's like, oh, it's home decoration season. That is me. That is literally me.
Nice.
So this is the reason I picked it. Because I know it's pumpkin spice, and pumpkin spice is the whole thing. I could care less about pumpkin spice. It's just the idea of pumpkins that got me really excited because I fucking love Halloween. That is the story of why I picked the beer I picked.
Yeah, right.
That is a cool story, bro.
Thank you. I do try. I sometimes have times where I'm cool and clever.
Not just another pretty face.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a hat rack.
All right. Thank you, Lee. Let's go over to the Fuzzinator. Fuzz.
Yo.
Scott.
How's it going?
So your beer, why does it remind you of Lee?
I don't feel like I'm supposed to be the third person here. Did I beat out? Did I beat out Carrie?
Yeah, you showed up like seconds before Carrie did.
Oh, okay.
They were saying, "Hey, Scott," and then Carrie showed up.
And then Carrie showed up. Okay, cool. So, Trailway. I've had many beers from Trailway. Went down to the Trailway store. Got a few Trailways. My local Trailway store. I've never had Enigma. And it kind of piqued my interest at 5.3% ABV. I've never had serialized pale ale. I don't know how to pronounce that. But what really drew me to this can is the can art and Enigma, Lady Lee. Sometimes can be.
I'm an Enigma.
She is an Enigma.
Wrapped in a riddle.
Right. So
wrapped in a trail.
I chose this beer to honor Miss Lee Hardy. Cheers and happy birthday.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what thiolized means. It's thiolized refers to a special strain of yeast.
Stylized with your thighs.
That was an exercise with the Suzanne Summers Thigh Master.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
A thiolizer.
Once you're done this 30-minute workout, you'll be thoroughly stylized.
Stylized refers to our engineered yeast strains that have the ability to biotransform the thiol precursors into malt, hops, and grape-derived products into free thiols. Brewers can unleash those previously inaccessible tropical aromas in their beers by switching to a thiolized yeast strain. Nerd!
I prefer.
It sounds interesting, but it's just a geeky. All right.
Yeah, no, the Suzanne Summers Thigh thing sounds way better.
All right.
Yeah, it's a gimmick yeasty.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's go over to the Carrie. Carrie, what's
up?
Okay? So what's your history with the beer, and what's it remind you lately? How's it remind you lately?
I like what's it remind me lately. That was good.
Melee.
I've had the beer a few times. It's not nothing by Nickelbrook is really a go-to. Like unless the bastard beers when they come around in the LCBO, I'll grab at least one of those every time I go probably. But this one, it's all right. But it used to have a kind of pin-up girl art kind of design on it. Somebody probably complained.
Oh, I remember.
And now they have this.
There's actually a silhouette of a nipple on it, so I'm surprised it took that long to remove it from the LCBO.
No, it's not fucking stupid. Anyway, yeah, and why does it remind me lately? Fucking then look at the name and use your imagination. It's just.
That's what they replaced it with, like an eagle with a crash helmet.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
no longer actually
Super Dave Osborne shit.
So this is their intermediary. They did. This is not the original. This is the last one they had.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Apparently was too risque, where it's basically was just a girl in a somewhat revealing outfit, but not really, with a skateboard. Now this was the original can design. So this is the one. It's not very good resolution on my phone, but basically a topless girl who you kind of see the silhouette of her nipple.
You kind of do see a silhouette of a nipple there.
Yeah, so it's kind of now Nick's channel's gonna get taken down.
Channel taken down because of titties, I guess. But, that was bound to happen eventually.
Nickelbrook used to have just a lot more whimsical, I want to say, kind of can art. Like now it's kind of.
Their old can art was way better, and the thing is, it's like okay, there's a tiny bit of a hint of nipple on it. Well, guess what? This product is for people 19 or over. So most people 19 or over, I mean, have seen a nipple, whether it's through real life or pornographic means. So it's like, oh no, this can, heaven forbid, it's going to corrupt the children. It's like, no, it's
no one's buying it because it has a nipple on it.
And what child buys beer? I'm just going to say, what child buys beer? If you're an adult, you're buying beer
Part one.
In a tit.
Yeah. Well, they see what daddy's drinking.
It's a money saver.
Cigarettes for my grandma. What's your point?
Well, yeah, Dan, but what was that? Like the late 1800s or something?
Yeah.
1700s, and besides, I was smoking them all, and not just saying it was my grandma. Okay.
Well, they're saying they were good for you back then. Dan, you seem stressed. Have a couple cigarettes.
Anyway, can we all agree that Nickelbrook are just a bunch of pussies now?
Yep.
They just suck. They're
never should get last can art.
Yep.
They might as well be bows.
Yep. They're just a bunch of. They're a bunch of conservative clowns.
I wouldn't go as far as say they're bows. They still make pretty reasonably good beer, but but it sucks that their can art does suck compared to what it used to be. Yeah. Also, they used to be able to get Bolshevik Bastard, a 4-pack of it for like I think it was like under $10 or something like that. That was amazing.
Disgustingly cheap. I remember.
10%. That was ridiculous. Now I don't even think they make that product anymore. It's at least I haven't seen it in forever. It's maybe you can get it at the brewery. I'm not sure, but that was an absolutely fantastic stout.
That was a tasty one. That was a Russian Imperial, wasn't it?
Yeah. Russian Imperial stout. Yeah, it was 10%.
It came in like a 4-pack. I remember buying some of that when I was up there. It was like $6.99 for a 4-pack or something.
Those
cheap
were
ass
bottles,
bullshit.
It was a 4-pack.
They were in a bottle, yeah.
Yeah.
Angel.
Alright, so thank you, Carrie. Let's keep on rolling over to Gregory.
He remembered me this time.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I feel I've already explained my beer, why I picked it regards to Lee, because she says she's awesome. We think she's awesome. She's also wicked because she celebrates Halloween. And there's a cat there. Take whatever euphemism from there you want. So
Pussy.
instead, you get to watch me pour into this Halloween-themed glass. It's actually not even a glass. It's
Oh,
a
cool.
cup because it's made of plastic. But I don't have any actual glasses that are particularly Halloween-themed. So there we go. I should actually look through. Maybe I do have something, but too late now. If not, I need to fix this. I need to go to Spirit Halloween and get some proper beer Halloween glassware. But there we go. As you can see, this promotes excellent amount of head. It's actually making the skeleton's eyes look very scary.
Ooh.
Kitty!
So
There we go. There we go. It's like drinking your very own cup of Lee.
There you go. All right.
Rams with titties.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg. Now back over to Dan, so I don't forget Dan this time.
We love Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi. Oh, I was just Halloweening my camera up. Sorry about that.
I appreciate this, like, brown nosing. Please keep doing it.
Hang on a second. Let me just turn on my ghost and see if. Oh no, that's not going to work. That seems to have fallen in water. Oh, well. There, it's in there. Anyways, I think I already kind of explained why I chose this beer as a Lee beer. Why I chose this glass as a Lee glass, celebrating Lee. So, honestly, I don't know if there's much more I could say about this, but
You can't pander some more? You can't find enough?
I can pander a lot, but you guys have already sucked up enough that basically it makes me look like I'm just following suit here. And fuck that.
If you're not going to tell us again why it reminds you of Lee, why don't you tell us about your history with it? You must have had it before you went to Canmore.
Maybe. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just having it now just for Lady Lee. Huh? Ever think about that?
What? Do you want to make me actually look up something on your channel so I have to watch it?
You won't find it on there.
Dan, do you think they should can more of it?
That's so.
What the fuck was that?
That was a huge mountainous reach on that one.
That was Nick level right there.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was bad. I mean, I only had to take 20 steps to go over to the brewery from my hotel to get there, so I mean, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, no. Why is
Nick is my joke writer?
Yeah. Why this reminds me of Lady Lee is because I keep thinking of the Ghost Beaver Kick.
There you go.
As well as we could go innuendos and say beaver, but I'm going to be good about the raspberries. I mean, come on, who doesn't love raspberries? I mean, especially between. Anyways,
let's not go sexual, but I'm going to go sexual.
Dirty old man here. What do you want from me? Miracles?
What is Greg writing your material for you now?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have. My history of this beer, yes, I have had it before.
You really haven't done a review of it, though.
No, I have not.
Wow.
I have not done a review of it, and it's not even in my Untapped either.
Wow.
So good thing I got a 4-pack of this, or is that a 6-pack? Good thing I got a 6-pack of this, because then I can actually do a review of it.
Well, there you go.
So
I'll tell you one thing, though, Dan. I reviewed it 8 years ago. It's like the only Grizzly Paw that I reviewed.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. It showed up here randomly. All right, back in like 2015 or something. I'll have to find out like exactly when that came out. It was like review number 826. I uploaded it in February 2016. Chances are it was like a few months in the can before I put it. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. No,
that sounds about right. So 2015. This is making me sad. I look up this fucking review. First off, the first comment is from Western Canadian Beer Reviewer, you.
Wow.
And the second comment is from Strat.
Oh,
I miss Strat. He never comments in my videos anymore.
There's no reason for that.
Yeah, I know.
Too soon?
It's been what? When did he pass away? It was
Been
a
6
few years.
It probably
6
was
years.
around 2016, I think, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a good guy, though. All right. Speaking of people who haven't, well, I'm the one that's lingered around too long. He didn't. He should have lingered around longer.
Oh,
Mrs. Strat. All right, so me.
Christ.
Speaking of reminding me, this beer, I've had a number of beers from Tide and Boar. Pretty much all of them have been good. This one is generally no exception. And I don't know if I really have to explain too much why this reminds me of Lady Lee, except for she's a huge fan of the President of the United States of America, not the actual politicians. The band, which came in with a hit single, Peaches, back in the 90s. Millions of peaches, peaches from me. Peaches come from a can. What?
And she loves peaches.
There's that, too. And, as a sour, fruity IPA, it kind of makes sense that it would remind... not the bore part. You're not boring at all. So, this beer, of course, comes in at 7% ABV, so it's a pretty healthy beer. Anyway, so this says Millions of Peaches Sour IPA brewed with peach candies and conditioned on peach puree. Fun. So it's supposed to taste like peach candies. Alrighty, so I'm gonna bring it out to the Brady Bunch here and read the rest of the comments, which I actually don't think we have any more since
it's the Bukake bunch, and I think Dan's in the middle.
Brady Bunch. Dan is in the middle. Everyone get ready.
Here's the story of a massive jizz fest where Dan was in the middle of the... I won't go long.
Ain't no party like a Bukake party.
Be really quick.
Not the face, not the face.
No, that's the whole point. You do it on the face.
No.
Blind him.
I mean, we can all do it like
blinded by the light.
Where we all do it into like a big cup or a bucket, and then he has to drink it.
Ew.
Oh wow!
Oh God, you went down that path.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little cocktail.
All right.
Cocktail.
So do we don't have any comments to read. Do we want to just skip and go to the next part where we give our thoughts on our beers?
I'm ready to give my review.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
So let's start off with Mr. Lee.
All right. So it's pretty much a classic representation of the ESB. It's nice and malty. It's got a nice caramel and biscuit kind of malt character up front. It finishes with some really nice earthy dry hops. It's not too bitter. Like I said, it's not as bitter as like some people would think going into it, saying, "Oh, extra special bitter must be almost like an IPA." Not even close. It's deliciously medium-bodied, like Lady Lee is. Got some nice little fruit accents around the tongue as you're drinking it. It's surprisingly got some more complexity than you would expect from ESB. And so, style-wise, the only one I can think of that was any better would have been Fuller's ESB. I don't even know how that drinks anymore. I haven't had it in so many years, and I know they've been taken over, and people say their beers are kind of not as good as they used to be anymore. So I'm I feel like I'm safe to say that this is a 10 as far as style goes.
What?
Yeah, I'd say this
of 10.
I'd say this is pretty much the standard bearer these days of ESBs. And I mean, my personal enjoyment, definitely a 10. So both scores pretty much match my thoughts on Lady Lee. Her style is a 10, and my personal enjoyment of her is also a 10.
And his sucking up is at a 10 as well.
Mm-hmm. No, that's like a 13 right now.
But I didn't do it with any fucking cheap gimmicks like you fucking other monkeys. Oh, look at my gay beer glass prop. Oh, look at my fucking Halloween decorations. Fuck you.
I see you're focusing on me there, Lee. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
where is my beer glass prop and Halloween decorations? The fuck are you talking about?
I
The
just
fuck are you talking about?
He's got the dragon behind us. He's got Dawn of the Dead poster.
Yeah, Carrie just did the lazy thing. Just fucking beer from fucking Nickelbrook, whatever.
God. All right.
Minimum effort.
At least I brought some poetry.
We all need that friend that phones it in.
There's literally nothing else that at the LCBO that even I was like, I guess like nothing. Fucking the selection was garbage.
She just bought a Canuck Pale Ale because she was in that movie with a lumberjack.
I could have cracked. I guess I could have grabbed a haze mama.
At least I brought some poetry and some heart into my thought when it came to picking.
If you say so.
Yes, I do say so.
I see Lee's threatened by me because he's coming at me, but that's okay. I understand that. It's all good. It's all good.
He's just threatened by your Halloweener.
All good.
No.
All good.
All right.
I'll say this. I'll say this, Dan. You were definitely my strongest opponent tonight, but you all were still weaklings. So you're just the best of the worst.
All right, I'll take that. Whatever.
Wow.
All right.
Too tired to do any more fighting. Whatever.
Let's keep rolling on. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Let's go to Lady Lee.
Hello.
Talk
That was
about
quite
Yobia.
First of all, Lee, I like the gimmicks, so shut the fuck up.
You're kidding.
That's fine.
This is quite tasty. Like usually when I hear pumpkin spice in a beer, it's always one of those things where I'm just kind of like disappointed with, because or when they say they have pumpkin flavor, there's nothing really about it that tastes pumpkiny, or there's a very, very like subdued flavor in the background that you kind of have to like hope to taste. The first thing I noticed when I poured this, like the smell right away, it smells so nice. Like it gives you that like, you know what, like that, yeah, it gives you that fall smell, like that baking smell. Like you walk into somebody's houses and people have been baking. Like this is kind of what it smells like. It just has that really nice smell to it. They have like a cinnamon. They say they have cinnamon and nutmeg. So it kind of explains that like desserty thing, especially like that fall dessert. Taste wise, the flavors come through. Like you taste that little bit of cinnamon. It's a hint in at the end. You taste the pumpkin spice like kind of at the beginning. It just kind of has like a depth to it. Like there's different elements to the beer. There's different flavors that you kind of recognize. It's quite tasty. I've been drinking it pretty quickly because yeah, it's been going down nice and smooth. This is a 6% and it doesn't like drink like a 6%. Like it just drinks, like you could easily drink this too quickly. Like this is, it's as the can describes, which is kind of awesome because it says it's like a warm hug in a glass with all the familiar flavors. I don't taste the hint of espresso, so that's the only thing that I'm not on, but then again, I'm not a huge fan of that, so I could care less that it doesn't taste like that. But yeah, it tastes like fall in a glass. Like this is something that if I had a Halloween beer, like I would totally drink this. Like this is the Halloween beer I look for in Halloweenianess. Halloween. Anyways, yeah, it's delicious. It's fucking delicious.
Halloweenery.
Nice. So what were your scores on it again? Or did you give them?
I didn't even give them yet.
What?
So, pumpkin spice. I think this one is a strong contender for like an actual pumpkin beer because like, as we mentioned before, like I don't know how many times, every time someone tries to do something pumpkin-y, it's always this gimmicky thing versus like having the flavor. And I can appreciate it says pumpkin spice on it and not saying like pumpkin flavored beer. So, and then the corner be like pumpkin spice. It's just funny because I find it like tastes better than those ones too. So I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 9. 9 for personal preference, 9 for style. I really love the flavors. If like the can description, it doesn't say the ingredients, it just says description. It says there's a hint of espresso. I think people who drink espresso could probably taste it, but me, I could care less about it, so I'm not tasting it. So that's the only reason I'm knocking her down a bit. But other than that, like it's fucking delicious.
Honestly, the espresso probably would just be like whatever maybe bitterness is going on in it.
Yeah, it does have like a bit of a bitterness to it, like your typical kind of like a red ale in general. Like it has that. No, never mind. It's fucking delicious. It tastes like fucking fall. This is perfectly a fall beer. They did it well. They took fall aspects and shoved it in a can.
They got a quote that and just put it on the back of the can. It's like fucking fall.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
That's all it is. Like this is so like compared to all the pumpkin beers I've had, compared to all the ones that we've done. Like we've reviewed so many, and they're just so disappointing because you like read it, and you're like, oh cool, this should be interesting. And you drink it, it's always so fucking disappointing. This they did it right. They just fucking did it right. Good on you guys. I enjoyed it.
Good on you guys.
Nice. Alrighty. So, thank you, Lee. Let's go over to the Fuzz, who gets to give us his opinion on a thiolized pale ale.
Yeah, so I wouldn't get this one. You know, I bought it for the can. I'm tasting it, and it doesn't taste like an IPA. The thiolizedness
pale
of
ale, isn't it?
just it mutes it completely. Like it's not overly carbonated. It just seems like a flat beer. I mean, I've never had a thiolized beer before, so I don't know what to rate it. So 5?
Jesus.
Yes, 5 for 6 because it's better than crap. So 6 for style. If they all taste like this, it's a pretty shitty style. Personal enjoyment 6. Yeah, I don't suspect anybody's gonna vote for me.
You enjoyed Lately better than the beer.
I enjoy the fucking fall better than everything.
Fucking fall.
Wow.
Listen,
It's better than Moosehead.
Trailway. I thought Trailway would really knock it out of the park, but it's flat.
Wow.
Maybe it's the can I got, but
Like, I don't think the thiolizing process would do that. Well, maybe if they didn't carbonate it. That just sounds like a flat beer.
Stylized.
Sounds like one of those breweries that just beer nerds way overinflate.
Oh,
I mean,
beer nerds will just love pumping up Trailway at any opportunity.
I like the high.
I bought 4 other Trailways, and I'm probably gonna. So this fetch was pretty decent. I think this fetch line was better than this stylized. You know.
So you chose the fancy cup, and then you aged rapidly and died, just like in Indiana Jones 3.
Jesus.
Very nice. Well, in Indiana Jones 3 reference. Try to beat that, Dan.
But you're trying to beat
Pauly.
9.
Yeah, what fucking movies do you know, Dan? None.
Have you even seen them?
He knows Gremlins.
So go read a book, idiot.
I read a book. It was about your life. It was very short.
I own a book. I haven't read it yet.
I mean, I probably won't make it to 65 like you did, so it's fine.
And it's okay. I too got a book about you though, and it was blank. You just had the color in the lines, and it had really big pictures.
That explains why
was it a colored book of animal penises?
Was it the coloring book that Nick threw out instead of sending to his friends?
Yeah, well, no, I sent it to me. I colored the cocks in. They're all black.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I
don't even know what we're fighting about anymore.
What the fuck? I colored all the cocks.
I like how Carrie is the quiet one enjoying his beer.
I just love that we rose the discourse to this discussion of literary classics. You know, it's very good.
Oh yeah. All right.
Literary classics like a penis coloring book.
Yeah, you know. Hey, don't yuck another person's yum. If that's the sort of literature they're into, that's what they're into,
right? Oh. How many viewers we got? We have 1 viewer now.
Yeah.
And I think it's me.
Oh, not it's my birthday.
All with the black coloring book.
Alrighty, so after that racist comment, I think everybody left. Alright.
Was it racist?
Saying something as black is not racist,
bad,
Nick.
Nick. It's not racist. Black
Right,
is
anyway.
not. Black, the color, isn't a racist thing.
All right, so thank you, Scott. Let's go over to Carrie.
Wow.
What's up?
Hi, Carrie. How you doing?
I'm good. This somebody
Is
made
this
a
the same
mistake when
beer?
they. Yeah, it's fucked up.
What? Ew.
The carbonation's fucking wrong.
Why? What's
It's
wrong
not.
with carb?
Man, just poor people with like badly carbonated beers.
You didn't see what I fucking showed you the picture of it? Like I poured it about that much, but carbonation would have about there.
Ooh, okay.
Would it go down?
It's like
Yeah, it's something.
something's
way
fucked up. It's
over.
got like a infection or something.
I don't know, but it doesn't taste gross, but it doesn't taste right.
Mm-hmm.
Like
What if
again,
it's left?
it's been a minute since I've had this, and that was a terrible joke, Lee.
My dog
Yeah,
died.
it's,
Shut up.
Oh.
Yeah,
She pulled the trump card out, you monster.
I'm gonna. Yeah, this is getting like 5 and like a 5, I guess, or something.
Five.
It's not
My
good.
my beer wins.
It's not good.
Not the worst. Not the worst.
Not the worst.
The worst.
Yeah, I'm going to draw. Actually, yeah, this is getting poured. Yep.
All right. So on that note, let's go over to Greg. Hi, Greg. Follow that up.
Why do I have the feeling that beer is perfectly fine to drink and carry? It's like, no, I'm gonna dump it down the sink because it's no good. Here, I'm gonna have a Haze Mama now.
Little gristly, but
Jesus.
No, I am currently drinking this Party Dad Crushing IPA because I gotta say, a lot like Lady Lee, this wicked often goes down real easy.
Ooh.
wow.
I'll
Jesus
stop for
fuck.
applause there.
Greg.
I had to follow up this shit show with something. Anyways, but also like Lady Lee, this beer is fantastic. It's delicious. I don't normally like hazy beers. This one is really good. Just to tell you, this is 3.5%. This is 6.5, and this doesn't go down nearly as easy. Does it taste like grapefruit rind? Fuck you, brewers, and you making me taste grapefruit skin.
I love grapefruit.
Yeah, but you don't eat the. No, I like grapefruit. I don't like eating the skin. That's the problem with so many of these hazy IPAs. So
I agree.
This one, you get all sorts of nice flavors. You do get grapefruit. You get a little pine. I almost equate this one to being like, instead of being a true hazy, I almost equate it more to like back. Remember when East Coast IPAs were a thing? They're like more fruity West Coast IPAs. I almost put that in this category where it almost could come off as a West Coast IPA that's just a little bit more mellow, a little bit of stone fruit in it, maybe like some mangoiness.
Mangoiness.
Mm.
Is it a wickedly awesome IPA?
You know what? It's a wickedly awesome IPA, and it's actually one I haven't come back to too often because I was actually checking out my Untapped. I haven't had it in a while, but I did like it back then. I like it now. I mean, if I'm gonna go with a hazy, I mean, I love their headstock. To me, it's still one of the best West Coast IPAs, and this to me is actually probably one of the best hazies out there as well. Again, the real big hazy fans may not like. It's kind of like I like sours that aren't actually that sour. Like, you know, somebody who's really into them may not like what I like, but that's okay. Don't yuck my yum, as they say, as the cool kids say. I've heard that phrase way too much lately, and it's often been in a very sexual context. Anyways, I am going to give this in terms of style. I'm going to go pretty high with this. It is wickedly awesome. I'm going to go 10 for style, because frankly, as far as the hazy style goes, not my favorite, but this one is really just up there with that. And personal enjoyment, I'm going to go a solid 9 on it. It's a really good beer, and I don't know why I don't buy it more often. I'm going to start doing that because it is wicked awesome for like the 18th time I've said that in my review. So
nice.
And Party Dad, I don't recommend. So Nickelbrook, you're 50-50 tonight.
1 out of 3 there.
Actually, less than 50-50 because Kerry just dumped his beer. So Nickelbrook, you're not popular. Although I propped it up a little bit.
It all went downhill after they took the nipple off the can.
Yep.
Yeah, they did. By the way, I actually checked. There was 4 can arts for that, and the other one was just a lady in a presidential outfit. Well, it was just like literally her head with like a presidential hat, and it was also stupid can art. So really, most of the can art for that has been pretty stupid.
So wait,
except the nipple lady.
So not to go on a super side tangent, but was like the theme of that the naughty neighbor was like they were alluding to the Americans? Is that what they were doing?
I think that's what they. So I think originally they started out with the whole, hey, it's the naughty neighbor. She's a stripper or whatever. Then I think they wanted to make it more family friendly. Why the fuck you make beer more family friendly? I don't know. So yeah, I think then it kind of became the whole, oh, it's our naughty neighbor to the south. Ha ha ha. Let's all make jokes about that. And then instead of even just having the girl on the can after 3 iterations, they said, hey, let's just have a stupid looking eagle with a fucking helmet on.
Yeah, it's like an eagle. Go ahead.
Oh, my friend he works at the LSPO, and he's saying that one from, I believe it's from Nickelbrook, where it's it basically said it's a beer flavored beer, like it's the most like standard beer flavored beer that you could have, and he was saying how like it was kind of making fun of the Americans for like their beer, like just how they have it. So I don't know if it was that brewery, but it kind of like falls onto that of like kind of making fun of the Americans.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. And there's still a sexy thing going on.
I remember that can art. Yeah, that's what I saw.
Sexy redhead.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, this may actually be the original can art, and then they put the nipple one as the second one. Because I think this is when everything Nickelbrook did in bottles before they actually. Well, as we know, everything used to be in bottles, and then eventually canning took over because canning is just so much better. But 10 years ago, everyone was still doing bottles, so I think that was actually the original can art. Then they went to the nipple lady. Then they went to the roller skating American lady. Then they just went to the stupid eagle. I think so. This has been the history with Greg.
There you go.
The history of pinup girls in cans. All right, Greg. Thank you very much. Let's go over to Dan and his grizzly paw. Which is probably all gone now, isn't it?
I'm working on my second
that
can,
grizzly paw.
Oh, show us, Dan, show us your gimmick.
Show that grizzly gimmick. Paw, your O-face. Oh,
yeah, that grizzly paw.
Dan, is that a rainbow in your grizzly paw?
No, it's just happy to see me.
What?
I have a rainbow.
Oh, look at that. The more you know.
You have a rainbow. Wow. I did not expect Leah to have a rainbow on
soundboard.
Whackity, smackity, dear.
Looking through YouTube, there is only a couple people that actually ever reviewed this, and I don't understand why I didn't review it. Because this is actually beer. Yeah, I was actually watching it.
Oh, wow.
It was a while ago that you actually had that. Yeah. And it was in a bottle format too. Mm-hmm. Nick, they still have the caution sign. The grizzly paw. I would focus it, but then all of a sudden I get that square on my face. And all over Canmore, they have that saying that they sell grizzly paw in different places. So, what's that?
My dog.
Split.
Fuck.
It's because Lee brought it up.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see the urn of my cat? I mean, Greg showed all his ones, so I could show you mine if you want.
This is Mike.
Canmore?
I do believe I'm the one who showed all the cats.
Oh, was it you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to scroll through everything because I had an hour drive back, and you guys just kept fucking messaging. Anyways, all here's this picture. This is a picture. This is a picture, but I can't see that yet. I'm going 130 down the highway trying to avoid. Anyways, potholes. This beer. Potholes. Yes, potholes. There we go. And bears, because there's lots of bears. There's beautiful bears.
There's lots of bears.
There's beautiful bears in Canmore.
Sorry. We keep getting oh, it's all good. It's just you reminded me. So we keep getting warnings on campus that there's been bear sightings at the university. So it's like I mean email every day now. Like it's not even just like a casual thing. It's constant.
There was a bear in the park down like right beside Memorial Gardens, my coworker went to dump the Zamboni and yelled, and there's a bear right there.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
There's been bears in Laurier, and there's been bears on Cape Pace Way. Like, holy
This,
fuck, they're just everywhere.
this time of year, they're trying to fucking find food and fatten up for hibernation.
Yeah,
stuff,
it's just,
it's just
there's been an issue with because the weather was so fucked up last year, and in the winter, a lot of their food sources just are not there. Like, they don't have as many food sources.
See, right now you guys are in a Night of the Living Dead situation with bears.
Night of the Living Bears.
Where it's like, if you don't clamp down on it right now, you're going to be in a Dawn of the Dead situation, but with bears. And then that inevitably leads to you all stuck in loo dogs trying to fend for your lives in a Day of the Dead. No.
That's more of a Shaun of the Dead situation.
Shaun of the Dead, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Shaun of the Dead.
That's all just go to loo dogs and drink until the problem's gone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a 7 Days to Die with the zombears.
That's true. There are zombears in 7 Days to Die, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
They give you
I just hope, in all reality, I just hope you're not going to have these fucking idiot police forces that are just going to come and shoot the bears because, oh no, the bear got too close to people. It's like, well, you know what? We're fucking infringing on their territory, you know?
No, like they've the police and stuff and MNR have been dealing with bears in the city here for as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they don't, and that's like if a bear fucking kills somebody, that bear's probably gonna die. But yeah,
that's a different situation. But you know, we've had York Regional Police is fucking useless when it comes in. They're kind of like North Toronto, where they'll shoot a bear just for entering an area it shouldn't. It's like, well, fuck off. Like, you know, the bear's literally just minding its own business, trying to find food. Don't kill it for no reason, you stupid idiots.
I can't even think of a story about like anyone being attacked or but black bears that are here, not like where Dan lives. Fucking that area, brown bears, fucking get away from me. But black bears, 99% of the time, they see a person, they're running the other way. Like,
yeah, they're not.
Yeah, but if you do get that one that is going through some stuff or something, you know, and he fucking wants to have you for lunch, there's not a lot you can really do.
So I'm gonna bring it back to Dan. I apologize, Dan.
Yep. Your friend Dan.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, finish your meter tail.
My dog is gonna want to interrupt.
Sorry,
yeah,
Serial interrupted here.
My bad. I was gonna actually add on to it, just let you guys finish. Now that you're finished,
I'm gonna let you finish.
But the hotel I was at, when I was checking in, a couple came up and dropped bear spray down on the counter, saying thank you very much. Looking over at the counter, there's bells for bears and everything else like that. I'm like, okay, so there's a lot of bears out here this year. Cool. And walking along one of the other areas, I saw a sign. I wanted to take a picture for you guys, but I didn't. And saying bear spray sold out. I'm like, okay, so now would be a good time to leave. So, but back to this beer. This is a very beautiful.
Back to the bear.
Back to the bear. That's got beer inside of it. Wait, no, wrong. The beer that's inside the bear can. No, beaver can. There we go.
You're the bear with the beer in it.
There. Hey, thank you. Look at that. I came from the mountains and now I'm a bear.
I'll be here all night, guys.
You remind me of the bear.
What bear?
What bear? The bear with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Hoodoo.
You do.
Power of the babe.
Remind me
I
of
saw
what?
my baby.
Anyways, before I have to go watch Loud fucking assholes.
What kind of magic spell to you? Slime and snails, puppy dog tails, thunder and lightning and baby.
All right. Yeah. Jesus fuck. All right.
I mean, I've seen that movie before, but my
That
gosh, I'm not
automatically
familiar with
wins
it.
the thing tonight.
It would take me a couple tries, there'd be a couple mistakes, but I'm pretty sure I could almost quote the entirety of that movie from start to finish.
Only if you do it in spandex as tight as David Bowie is wearing in them.
Oh no!
Just not before Dan gives his ratings.
David Bowie's.
I'm saying I would like it.
The magic.
David.
I encourage it.
David
the magic
Bowie.
man hammock, his magic pod piece.
Anyway, sorry, Dan.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Are you sure? Are you positive? Because if I say anything else, it might go off on another tangent.
You have 2 people with ADHD. You're getting drunk, so.
Yeah, okay,
we're in a
yeah,
hurry.
fine. Yeah, that's fair. And I'm hungry, so I better
I'm
hurry.
trying to guess which two are have the ADHD.
Not me. Well, I probably do, but that's a different story. Anyways, this beer has a nice subtle raspberry taste to it. It has actually got a nice medium body to it. It actually is going down nice and quickly. Second can is almost gone. Possibly going for a third one tonight, but that might be a bad idea since I have to wake up early. It's a nice. They've got a nice wheat back note in it. It is a very well-rounded beer, and honestly, I probably should have bought a few more of these because I really do like the raspberry flavor in it. It does have the real raspberry, and it does kind of have that raspberry flavor that's part of it, but it doesn't overpower the actual raspberry. That being said, the style is going to be a 9 out of 10. The enjoyability, I've gone through 2 cans, possibly 3, so 10 out of 10 for me.
We're getting some good ones and some shitty ones. Like, this is awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
And honestly, I'm in it to win it, so yeah, that's my scores. That's what I'm doing.
So that was
That's
10
what
and
I'm saying.
10?
And it came from Bear Country, so Bear.
Country.
So what was that, Dan? 10 and 10, 10 and 10?
Country. Anyways.
Nothing like a country.
So, 10 and 10, Dan?
9 and 10.
9 and 10. 9.
9.
9. All right.
Whatever you do not mention Zivor.
Yeah, but we the good peoples now, yeah? We left that whole wall thing behind.
Nothing happened between 39 and 44.
Is that what your Argentinian grandparents said?
Basil! Anyways.
All right, so... Okay, so my beer. Millions of Peaches from Tide and Boar.
It's for me.
Peaches for millions of peaches. Peaches
for
for free.
Lee.
No, the beer wasn't free, that's for sure. It was like $5.50 a can. One thing I will say...
It would have been free.
It come from a can. Sorry.
These peaches did come from a can, to be fair. All right, so this particular beer is like they say it's a sour IPA. It is sour. It's got a nice tart sour. It's not like turbo sour, like super mouth, like overly mouth puckeringly sour, but it's a good, nice sour. Like I feel like it's sour enough that Carrie would enjoy this. She'd probably enjoy this quite a bit, to be honest. The peach flavor on this thing is spot on. You can definitely tell that it's got the combination of like real peach puree as well as the fuzzy peaches, the candied peach kind of flavor. There is a little bit of that candy peach kind of flavor, but I'm also getting a lot of that. I feel like a lot of the sourness in this beer actually comes from that sourness of the flesh of the peach. It literally tastes like peach, fresh peaches when I drink this beer. The sourness, so some of the sourness comes from like the citric acid candy sour sugar you get from the outside of the fuzzy peach as well. There is like a little hint of sweetness, and then there's that little citric acid tartness that comes on top of that. The only mark against this, and you know what, I've had this multiple times before. I feel like maybe I just got... I won't say it's an off can because it's still delicious. I just feel like carbonation's a little low, but it's probably the carbonation's like no carbonation left whatsoever. But I still feel like this is probably more carbonated than what Scott drank.
No,
that's
more carbonated than what I drank.
Carrie.
That said, is that there's a lot of gimmick beers out there. I mean, there's like Young's Double Chocolate Stout. That if you're looking for a beer that tastes like double like chocolate, then that's what you're looking for. There's all kinds of gimmick beers out there, like the Banana Red beer. If you're looking for a beer that literally tastes like fuzzy peaches, I feel like this is good enough that Tide and Boar should be making enough of this to ship nationwide. This should be making a lot more money for them than it probably is, because when it comes to gimmick beers, it's literally a fuzzy peach beer. For the style, I'm gonna give it a 9 because it's hard to imagine. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 9.5 for style, just because it's hard to imagine anything being better than this for a sour IPA, especially fruit flavored ones. And for overall enjoyment, knocking it down just a smidge, just because of the carbonation, but still giving it a 9. This is super tasty. I love this beer.
Big numbers.
Just like we all love Lady Lee.
Even though Dan gets the bukkake tonight, but still,
Yeah.
Lady Lee will probably get some splashback.
All right, so
spray it around for everybody.
Yeah, we could split it around, but I mean, ultimately the winner is decided by this girl because she's the lady of the night. So Lee, of all the beers,
lady of the night.
Of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you have liked to have tried?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say massive thank you. This has definitely lifted my spirits for the evening, so I quite enjoyed it. And I can appreciate, so what I really appreciate is some people, like, because I get trying to find something when you're looking at a liquor store can be difficult to find that something specific. So I appreciate that some people went with name-based, and I appreciate some people went with flavor-based. Carrie gets bonus points because Naughty Neighbor is just perfect. I know he didn't enjoy his beer, but I appreciate his sacrifice because that's fucking awesome. Greg, so I always say wickedly awesome, so that is why I picked it. It's like the big thing that I always say, so that perfectly suits me. I'm having a really hard time. So the fruity beers got me because I fucking love fruity beers. Lee, your description almost had you. It almost had you. So please understand, I really appreciate the fact that you had a really great description. But the thing was, someone had peaches, someone had raspberries. That's literally like, yeah.
You're not fruity enough.
No, I'm used to the lowest common denominator winning over actual class and taste. It's fine.
I love fruits. I love when there's I love fruits. I fucking love fruits. Obviously, Scott, I appreciate that you think I'm an enigma. I'll just leave riddles everywhere now.
All right, Nick, it's you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I fucking love that Nick does this because every time there's something relating to me, he always picks that beer. That is literally the staple beer. I remember we were doing a celebration beer. He picked that beer.
And he won that last time.
And I picked one and picked that beer. Like, that literally is his go-to beer, and I understand.
Oh, is Nick double dipping?
He is. You didn't realize this.
Yeah.
Triple dipping. Every time he describes it, I really fucking want it. And Dan's beer, that just sounds fucking amazing. And the whole beer thing. I understand there's all gimmicky stuff and everything like that, but his beer alone had a very strong standing chance. Ultimately, since it's my birthday celebration with you guys, and today is the day of my dog's passing, I'm not choosing because neither of you can argue. So Nick and Greg, you can get my win for today.
Nick and Greg?
Oh, Greg?
No, Greg. Sorry, Nick and Dan.
Jesus, fuck this.
Like, fuck you, Dan. East and West Coast. Got the East and West schism here.
Well, now I'm the one who's sad today. What the fuck?
Oh, yes, you made Greg sad. Thank you for that. That actually gives me bonus points.
Smart Greg is the winner.
It's like the easy low-hanging fruit with Nick, with the peaches one, because it gets me every time, because I'm like, God damn it. Until I try it, like, I'm probably just going to pick it, because I really fucking want it. But obviously, Dan, you brought in something that I really want to try as well. And since I can have a day where I can just be like, fuck you guys, I don't have to actually choose.
So,
because who's going to argue with me right now?
I guess all I got to say is that, yes, I know you'd really love to try this one, but, I mean, technically I did do this before. Was it actually for a Lee-themed video episode? Did we do
You did it twice. I did it for my graduation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. We did. So, I mean,
peach flavor.
Well, I have to be honest. Like, I mean, I'd yield to Dan and let him have the victory, because he brought something unique.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was just gonna be that bitch who's like, "Hey, my dog died, so I get to pick two."
Okay. Well, all right.
I would let Nick yield, but at the same point in time, fuck you, Nick.
Pick one for you and pick one for Sasha.
Dan will not let him yield.
Yeah.
Sasha likes no raspberries or peaches, so.
Oh.
All
Does
right.
anyone have
No,
a dog food pale ale?
Here's a question for you. Would Sasha chase a beaver or a peach? more?
Probably a beaver. She'd probably be
So,
friends.
okay, there we
There you
go. So
go.
there we go.
That's the winner.
Ah,
You take
Ah.
the Sasha beer.
how about a bearded beaver?
Sorry, you don't
Jesus
win. Go away,
Christ,
Greg. Go away, Greg. You
Either
don't win.
way, like I said, I massively appreciate this because I absolutely needed it tonight. Not so much for the celebration. Like I had, like my birthday was fucking awesome, but this
Yeah.
alone just.
Yeah, I heard it had a lot of stairs in it.
Whoa.
It had. It's funny too because yeah, anyway, I'll tell you straight after we do the thing. But anyways, yeah.
Okay.
So yes, huge appreciation. I really appreciate that people put like thought and effort into the beer. That makes me so happy. Like to hear the stories, to hear the descriptions. Like I fucking love it. You're all winners in my heart.
No.
Aw.
Hey.
And I enjoyed a lot of all of the comments. And Lee, you win best description. I don't know if that helps, but your description was making me horny. So
There we go.
That's a win on its own.
See,
I mean-
you got Lady Lee wet and we couldn't. So there you
See-
go, Lee. You win.
I think Lee was saying about being like quality over lowest common denominator or some bullshit.
There's nothing more that a guy loves to hear is that he got a girl wet, but he's too far away to do anything about it.
On that note, what do we don't have any comments asking what next week's beer is. We haven't really
Hey,
decided what next
Nick,
week's beer
what's
is.
next week's beer since I win?
Sasha's asking from beyond the grave what next week's beer is.
There you go.
Do we want to?
Ooh.
Or we don't
Don't
know if
stop.
Lady Lee was going to be around. We could do the pet theme beers.
I think I have to work next week, but please do it.
Do we want
Like I said, my schedule's really
I'd
great. I
have
don't know
to-
how you'll be on.
I'd have to look to see what's available. To be honest with you, I have no issue doing it if I can get a pet beer.
Oh, look, Nickelback's coming back. Why?
to?
Yeah, who doesn't like a pet panther?
There's got a cat on the other side.
There's
Pickeroons is one of the coolest things that Pickeroons does is they make
Pet
this
beer.
beer where they put a new pet's face on the can every year.
Yeah.
Jilby used to do a thing. Sorry, Lee, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, no. The thing was, it's like, hey, Pickeroons, it's like, hey, give us your like best pet photos, and then if the winner will get their pet put in the melon head.
There's a beer that I can always get in Alexandria that has the whole, like, they'll donate to the SPCA in their area, and I always grab it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah, this is SPCA right on the side of the can.
One of the few charities I donate to on a regular basis.
For good reason. Support the little
Yeah,
pets.
because fuck people. Animals are awesome.
Also, the pro-cancer ones. That's what those ones are, right? The
Yeah.
cancer for whatever charity.
Let go of cancer, kill your neighbor.
The ones that endorse cancer.
I thought that's
Yes.
what they do. That's what they do.
Just keep them going with that because I've got February coming up, so I need a big donation again.
There you go.
Wait, am I,
You just save it up.
You got
Release it all at once.
have I been saving lives all this time?
Nope, no.
I do a charity that gives my enemies cancer.
Alrighty. Okay, well, we'll probably wind up doing pet theme beers next week. If something changes, well, you'll just have to wait and tune in next week. You'll find out next week.
Listen up, all you fucking alcoholics. You're just gonna watch on Wednesday anyway. You don't give a shit. Just tune in.
Yeah, if we had more, we had more attention, then maybe we would, be more attentive to what we're doing next. We're just going to be on here, basically yelling at each other, and nobody's watching.
Yeah, that's
So thank you to the two viewers that are probably me and Greg. And thanks for everybody that commented. That's sensational, Justin and PA with Brew News, who are no longer with us because they're not watching to the end. Maybe somebody is.
But they didn't die.
It's past our bedtimes.
That's probably right. I mean, it is like almost 11 o'clock here. It's past my bedtime, but I'm not going to bed yet. All right.
Nah. Nick's gonna party.
So let's look
Party,
at
hardy.
Carrie's penis first, and then we'll go to bed. Go to bed.
Yeah. Chris Peters killed those women, by the way.
That's what she
I'm
said.
glad it's not a black penis.
Come on.
Penis.
Good night, Lee.